I was praying. I had when I was young, like 200 years ago, I had a little business in glass. I had a shop that I was cutting windows and putting them all over. And I had some money, pretty good money for that time, during Ceausescu time, when average salary was 1,600, 2,000, a good salary, 2,500. I was making roughly about 5,000 a weekend. That was good money, I would say. Because not the salary was great, but people would come to my shop because they would close a balcony, they would close a house, they would build a new house countryside, and they wanted the windows. And I knew how to save the leftovers, and I used every piece of glass, and I kind of made a lot of tips, let's put it that way. And I had good money for my time. But the president of the country gave a law that was called cincinal, that meant you need to produce in 1 year the average production for 5 years. You need to produce 5 years quantity in 1 year. Like Egypt asking Israelites to produce more bricks with less straw. You remember? And so the small people that were over the workers wanted to look good in front of the communist government. And they started to beat us to death. You need to work harder. You need to work harder. If you don't look good, I don't look good. And if I don't look good, I lose my job and you lose your job. And they started to beat us, kind of. And so they came to me. And they said, Goya, you don't work Saturday and Sunday. I said, yep, because the Bible says give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar and give to God what belongs to God. I give Saturday to God and Sunday to Caesar. And they said, no, you need to work both. You need to produce 5 years in one. I said, I'm willing to come Sunday to work, but I will not come Saturday. That's my God's day. And I remember the guy. He had very curly hair. He had the face that was somehow, I never seen anything like that, sharp. His head was small up and big here, like that. You know? And that guy, curly hair, he came to me, and when he was talking, he was spitting like you need an umbrella to protect yourself. He was spitting, and he says to me, I'll make you work Saturday and Sunday and day and night. If not, I have the power. I'm going to put you in prison. You are nothing, and your God is nothing. And then he cursed God. He put his fist towards heaven, and he used very bad, dirty language, and he cursed God. Come here, and then he used some words. I want to see you. And then he says, you see, there is no God. And I shook my head and I said, I'm glad my God is so patient. I will never be, I would, if I was him, I would kill you. I said, I'm glad my God is so patient, because if my God came, it would be Hiroshima for you. You would evaporate. He said, I'm going to evaporate you. I have he said, quote, the knife and the bread, meaning that he can cut me the way he wants. I do whatever I want with you. There is no God to protect you from my hand. I want to see that God who can protect you. And he cursed God and he cursed me. You will come Saturday and Sunday and nights and you will work. And he started to spit me. So I departed myself. I said, hey, man, you spit me. Come on. And he was spit coming and angry and red. I said, come on, guy. You are going to have a heart attack. Just calm down. I'm not coming. What can I do that you come? Nothing. Oh, I put you in prison. I said, that's okay. I'm going to preach the gospel in prison. They will kill you. I said, that's okay. I see Jesus. You are crazy. I said, yeah, that's what the Bible says. God's wisdom is foolishness for crazy people. I said, you are crazy. When they taught fear in school, I missed the class, and I don't have the feeling of fear. I am not afraid of heights. I'm not afraid of snakes. I'm not afraid of people. I'm not afraid, period. And so I didn't care for him in the army. I was not afraid of them. I didn't care, period. I said, you kill me, kill me. I don't care if I die. I really don't care. So why would I be afraid of you? I'm afraid only of God. I'm not afraid of people. He got so angry. Everybody is afraid of me. I am the Communist Party representative. He said, the CC representative for the whole county. Everybody is afraid of me. I said, they don't have a brain. Why would I be afraid of you? He got so angry. I'm going to teach you a lesson. He got so angry. And then, long story short, he brought some glass that was damaged on a Saturday when I was not at work. The glass was damaged. The box, the wood box, was damaged, rotten, destroyed. And Monday when I went to work, he says, because you didn't come on Saturday, it got damaged, and now you got to pay for it. In that time, in that country, if you had so much money missing in your business, you would go to prison. So he proposed about 7 years prison for me. And then he proposed, you have two options. You go to prison or you work Saturdays. And I will forgive whatever. I said, I don't care. And so now listen carefully. What do you think you would do? Would you go to prison? Would you go to work on Sabbath? What would you do? I tell you what a good Adventist would do. Would? Pray. Okay, what would a good Adventist pray for? Lord, deliver me. Am I right or wrong? Save my freedom, save my life from this evil person. Am I right or wrong? That's how I prayed. Lord, please. And I was stressed. Did you ever go to prayer stressed and leave prayer still stressed? Then if prayer didn't make you lighter, why do you pray? It seems that God either doesn't care or he's not able to help you. He has no power. Doesn't God care? Yes or no? He cares. He gave his son for us. If he gave Jesus, says in Romans chapter 8, how will he not also in Jesus give us all things? He cares. Then he doesn't have power. I would like to help you, but I'm sorry, I'm so weak. Doesn't God have power? Okay, Ellen White says, the reason we don't see the same miracles as we saw, I say it in my words, but I do have the quotation. The reason we don't see so many miracles in our days is not because God's hand is short, but because we are not as committed as they were. Committed to what? Committed to self or committed to God? Listen carefully. Committed to what? Well, I have the quotation, 7 Testimonies, page 32. To everyone, how many? How many means everyone? You and you and you. To everyone who offers himself to God for service, for what? For God to serve me or for me to serve God? Hello? Who offers himself to God for service. Not Lord bless me, but Lord use me. To everyone that offers himself to God for service, withholding nothing for self, with total surrender. Listen, folks. I believe in our church with all my heart. My father and my grandfather, beaten by the police to the point that they thought he was dead. And he was about 3 months in coma because they found him giving Bibles. Dedicated. I believe in this church. But listen carefully. I believe in Sabbath. It's in the Bible. It's in the 10 Commandments. It's God's law. I believe, don't say, Pastor Goya said we should not keep Sabbath. But listen carefully. If you keep Sabbath and you don't surrender, is that enough? Do you hear what I am trying to say? Pharisees kept Sabbath better than you and me. But they never surrendered. When you sing, all to Jesus, how much should you? How much? How much means all? Well, let me tell you, it's a lot easier to keep Sabbath. It's a lot easier to eat healthy. It's a lot easier to return tithe. It's a lot easier to sing in the choir, to teach Sabbath school, to know the state of the dead, than to surrender. Do you follow me? That's what Jesus told the rich young ruler. Surrender. And so, back to the story. The paragraph says, to every single one, no difference, age, education, nationality, to everyone that commits himself to God for service, not for self, withholding nothing, with full surrender. Now listen carefully to the next sentence. Unlimited heavenly power. Can you grasp the words unlimited heavenly power? Wrap your mind around these 3 words. Unlimited heavenly power is provided for measureless results. Why don't we have unlimited heavenly power? Because we don't surrender 100% for service.